CMEPS Middle School is one of the larger community 6-8 schools in Pitt County, as it is home to 686 students for the 2021-2022 school year. Due to low enrollment over the last several years, EPS is an open enrollment school. 70% of the student body is comprised of students of color or students considered Black. 16% of students are white, while 7% of students are Hispanic. 62% of the student body is identified as economically disadvantaged, and EPS is a Title I school. EPS has not met growth on statewide assessments in the last 2 years and has a report card grade of D. Due to these factors, CMEPS is designated as a low-performing school. Based on the previous year's Teacher Working Conditions Survey, classroom expectations and student behaviors remains one of the greatest priorities and challenges at CMEPS. 52% of staff believe that students do not adhere to student expectations and codes of conduct. 45% of staff believe that teachers across the building do not implement rules and regulations on a consistent basis. Historical data shows that referral and suspension rates at EPS are much higher than the state average. This, combined with staff sentiments that students do not follow rules of conduct and that the staff do not consistently enforce rules, led me to base my project around improving classroom management. After analyzing this data, my goal for our school improvement would be to work and collaborate with several committees that already existed within the school to help build capacity for better management of behaviors through proactive measures, classroom management feedback, and improving implementation of PBIS. Strengthening classroom procedures will help improve positive learning environments and increase educational outcomes at CMEPS. The first step in executing my plan was to begin working with several committees that could have a meaningful impact on classroom management. These committees were the School Improvement Team, the Community of Practice for Classroom Management, a district-level initiative to help research and solve school-based issues, our School PBIS Team, and the Beginning Teacher Committee. When working with the School Improvement Team, our decision was to focus on classroom management. The Indy Star goal of all teachers employ effective classroom management and reinforce classroom rules and procedures by positively teaching them was selected as our school's primary focus. Our administration team also developed a survey to use on staff walkthroughs which would gauge procedures and expectations throughout the school. This tool was meant to give teachers real-time data and feedback that they could use to reflect on their own practices. Some of the best work that I have done has been with the Community of Practice. This team was built last year to help identify ways to improve classroom management within the building. Our team first worked to develop a survey to better understand where staff was at with implementing and following procedures. I helped develop scenarios to better train staff on what constitutes a minor incident versus a major incident. Data from the survey has allowed us to see that there are confusions for what should be documented as a minor and major incident. Staff will receive further guidance and training in future staff meetings. The survey also provided an insight into where staff are with implementing procedures. Working with the PBIS team has allowed me to provide a better understanding of PBIS protocols. This will be the first year that CMEPS implements the STEP system, a tiered structure of consequences for minor incidences. This system will help students monitor and reflect on their own behavior without a straight referral. In our meetings, I have provided valuable insight and understanding for how the system works and its design purpose. Educating the PBIS team will allow these teachers to disseminate better information to staff. Other protocols were in place, such as issuing PBIS tickets to students for positive behavior. However, there were no structures in place for students to make use of their tickets. I helped the team implement a positive behavior event to make the use of these tickets through a monthly drawing for prizes and rewards. CMEPS's BT committee exists to support beginning teachers through the many obstacles and challenges of teaching. I have helped facilitate discussions and reflections on classroom management at both BT meetings this year. Teachers have completed Think, Pair, Shares for what types of expectations and procedures are the most important and effective. I have also led gallery tours that have focused on classroom management procedures and allowed BTs to share their experiences of what works best in their classrooms. Working with these committees for the first 6 to 8 weeks of school has provided positive data and trends while also highlighting areas of need. Educator's Handbook has provided the best evaluation to determine if procedures and expectations are working. The SIT team has reviewed referral data and data provided from Educator's Handbook. As of the end of October, there has been 497 referrals, 568 minor incidences, 180 referrals were logged in September, while 298 referrals were logged in October. Fighting is decreasing and aggressive behavior is decreasing as well. 112 referrals were for insubordination and 75 referrals were for classroom disruption. Analyzing the data and referral data illustrates several positive trends and areas that can be improved. There are more minor incidents than major incidents. Fighting in the school is on a downward trend and there have been fewer referrals for aggressive behavior. This is a positive note for the school. With PBIS and proper procedures in place, the school should have more minor incidents than major incidences. However, classroom management is still an ongoing issue. Referrals increased between September and October from 181 to 298, a 64% increase. With our SIT team, COP, and PBIS committee, we will continue to work to strengthen teacher procedures. Plans are in place for teachers to better understand what constitutes a minor incident versus a major incident. Our COP team survey gave insight in how the committee can move forward. The survey has provided a snapshot of staff attitudes towards behaviors. This data aligns in many ways with what we are seeing in school-wide discipline. 53% of staff believe that students are doing an adequate job of following and understanding classroom procedures. 36% of staff believe students are consistently following classroom procedures. As there is still a great need for improving classroom management and expectations within the classroom, this project will continue throughout the 2021-2022 school year.